The question is that the motion be agreed to. I call Lewis Wall.
Tēnā koe te mangai o te whare. It's my pleasure as one of two Labour representatives on the Justice and Electoral Select Committee with my colleague Jacinda Ardern to support this piece of legislation and to note what fun we had in the Select Committee. And I think that the proposal that we've come up with is one that the House should fully endorse. And so it was really interesting in terms of the passage of the legislation through the Select Committee, because actually we got stuck with definitions. And this bill very much is one about definitions, because in the Sale and Supply of Alcohol Act 2012, to qualify as an alcohol product, you had to have over 1.15% ethanol by volume. That's the technical definition of what an alcohol product is. And where this bill actually collided, I think, with consumer demand and a response by the alcohol industry to a demand for lower alcohol products was actually with, and this is from a Ministry of Justice piece of advice, the Food Standard Code. So the Food Standards Code actually allows products that are less than 1.15% ethanol by volume to be labelled as beer, mead or wine based on the ingredients and also based on the process of creating these products. And so that's where, prior to this legislation going through the House, has been the confusion. And so in 2012, when the principal legislation went through the House, there weren't actually any alcohol products that were less than 1.15% ethanol by volume. But in 2014, there was a creation of these zero alcohol beers or light beers, and that was very much in response to consumer demand. And in New Zealand, that market ended up providing to 5% of the people who consumed low or no alcohol products. But in Australia, actually, it accounted for 25% of total beer sales. And so this is a pragmatic piece of legislation. And what I was interested in noting was really, of all the submitters, they were very clear that whether you be alcohol by content or alcohol by marketing, all of those products should be in a single area of a supermarket. And I really want to commend the industry, so the supermarket industry, the beer or alcohol manufacturing industry, and actually a lot of the not only community organisations, but Alcohol Health Watch, the Health Promotion Agency, the National Public Health Alcohol Working Group, the New Zealand Drug Foundation, the New Zealand Nursing Organisation, the Seventh-day Adventist Church, the Women's Christian Temperance Union, Waikato DHB, Northland DHB. Everybody who came to the Select Committee were really clear that whether the product was alcohol by definition of the Act or alcohol by definition of the Food Standards Code, they should be all placed in one area of the supermarket. And so it was a lot of fun engaging with the officials and on the Select Committee. But overall, I really just want to commend how simple the process has been and was. I haven't really got much more to add, because I think it's really important that we pass this legislation, and maybe there is an opportunity to pass it tonight. So without further ado, I commend the bill to the House. Thank you, Mr. Chair.